Are we still going? Did it reset? Is it a reset or is it a different link? I honestly don't know what to expect. We got zucked. We got wodged. WOJ, because it's not Wozniak. Is it the same stream fan? Oh my god. I'm curious. Did it pick up at the same stream or did it give you guys another notification? DDoS boys. Yeah. It's like the whole internet like got zucked there for a little bit. I don't know. My leading theory is still... Okay, let's real talk here. Let's really break this down, which has happened the last 2 hours. I mean, all of YouTube went down worldwide for 2 hours. How? How does that happen? I'm really curious. Like, I'm trying to think, you know, okay, YouTube has, like, local outages all, like, you know, that's a thing that can happen, but it's like, I don't know what the architecture behind YouTube is, but what on earth would break? What would go wrong where the entire site, every video on the site goes down for 2 hours at the same time, instantaneously? I'm like, something really fucky went on there. I don't know if that's like, if that would be like a, I don't know. Is it like a core, like a code kernel? It's kind of thing. Like, you know, I've made the joke before, but is it like the CIA? Like, you know, all of YouTube runs through the one NSA data center in Utah, and they like, I don't know, some rookie intern there pressed the wrong button and shut down YouTube for 2 hours. That is one theory. That's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. The other thing I think, and this is my leading theory right now, is it was a murder-suicide. You remember a week and a half ago, there was some kind of weird data leak or something about Google+. And Google+, of course, is the cancerous chimera that was infused into YouTube in 2012 and permanently cursed the site with its presence. Even as they tried to scale it back over time, they just kept... Every time they took out a piece of Google Plus cancer, they'd put in a different piece of cancer, like frickin', the algorithm, like killing animation on YouTube in 2014 and things like that. Just awful. But, okay, is that everyone coming back? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, what goes wrong to shut down the site worldwide all at the same time? I mean... There's got to be more to this, because you got to think, like, with local areas and stuff, there's got to be, like, local backup servers in each country, and especially in the U.S., in quadrants or whatever. Like, I don't know what goes wrong that shuts down the website worldwide all at once, almost instantaneously. I was looking on Twitter and Facebook, and, you know, people from around the world, from Upside Downistan, Australia, and Britain, and you know, Japan, and all these different people. It's like instantaneously offline. I don't know. Something going on there. I think it does have to do with Google Plus. I think Google Plus did something, and it zucked the planet. Oh my gosh. For those who have seen the finale, rate it. No spoilers, rarity. I haven't seen the season 8 finale yet. I still got to get around to that. I like the memes of Cozy Glow. That's her name. Cozy Glow. The going around of her just like I've seen people saying that she's essentially the villain from Cats Don't Dance. I totally forgot about that movie until someone put up a meme or something showing the comparison of that little evil, you know, curly-haired dancing girl. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie now. Vaguely. I don't totally remember it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it once, and so it exists somewhere in the ether of my mind. And she had, like, the really giant, creepy, like, Lurch assistant and everything. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, we have other theories in the chat. Article 13 being involved. Man, you know, who fucking knows? It could be. Maybe YouTube's, you know, YouTube's Berlin detachment like flipped the switch on the Article 13 YouTube machine, and everything went down worldwide for a little bit. Yeah, and then in China they're launching Dragonfly. Well, what are they gonna call the Chinese YouTube? If the Chinese Google is Dragonfly, would that make the Chinese YouTube like Lilypad or something like that? Like, you know, I just love it too that apparently in Google's like mission statement they deleted that old "don't be evil" line a couple of months ago. Just permanently, you know, black holed it. They memory dumped it into oblivion because, you know, "don't be evil," that hasn't been true for what, fucking 10 years? Give me a break, frickin' Google. Don't be evil, you know, but unless it's like 1.5 billion Chinese, you know, who cares about them? That they can see what the Communist Party of China wants them to see or not see. Anyone remember that time in what was it, 2-3 years ago? I don't follow her, but when Taylor Swift had her like 89 album, because she was born in 89 or something, and it was TS89 on the album cover. And the entire Chinese internet censored it because it like a lot of dissidents were using it to reference the Tiananmen Square massacre of 1989. Oh my god, just like the absolute state of Google. Just come on. Cozy Glow is what happens when Hitler and Shirley Temple have a child and give it to Stalin. You know, Shirley Temple ended up being like a U.S. representative, or was it ambassador to like France or something later in her life when she wasn't, you know, wasn't adorable little movie star actress anymore. Yeah, what did she end up being? I'm gonna say French ambassador. I'm 99% sure on that. Let's find out. Shirley Temple. Oh, no, U.S. ambassador to Ghana and then Czechoslovakia, when Czechoslovakia was still a thing. That's interesting. She looks much different in her later years. There's like the adult picture of her, and she, I don't know, she almost has like a Judy Garland or Audrey Hepburn kind of feel. That's sort of like, I don't know, maybe that was the you know, that was the really hot style of the 30s television and such. So everyone looked like that. All the famous actresses, you know, they sort of had that curve to them. Yeah, semi-related. Shirley Temple drinks are really good. Like a classic Shirley Temple is like a I think I like the Sprite version. There's Sprite version and 7-Up version, and I've had like the cherry 7-Up, which is almost like the, you know, the easy, you know, the Shirley Temple in a can for when you're sick. But like if you want just a nice drink for like when you're out and you're not like drinking, yeah, you can you get like, yeah, regular Sprite, or preferably a cane sugar Sprite if you can find that somewhere. A cane sugar Sprite, and then the red grenadine artificial sherry, and then some, yeah, artificial maraschino cherries dropped in there, and you got yourself a Shirley Temple. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Also, I'm horribly sick at the moment, which means dealing with stomach and head. Oh yeah, I feel ya. I hate getting a cold flu thing like that, because it always then I immediately get some kind of heavy migraine at the end. So I'm down for like 2 or 3 days, no matter what. And maybe more if I really want to like be a baby about it and not go to work. Because it's just, you know, it's the sneezing and the sore throat and all the pills and vitamins and cough lozenges. Ugh, I hate being sick. Shirley Temple was in a porno later on in her life? No way. No way. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I believe that. I might have to default to Pixar. It didn't happen on that one. Oh my god. But yeah, no, that is a good opportunity to catch up on Terminal Secrets. I remember one time in high school, I got strep throat, which is the bacteria one. So I had to like get on antibiotics and stuff for like, what was it, 6 days? I was out of school for like a week, it felt like. It was a bad time. But one day I was just like, I had nothing to do. I was like laying in bed just sore and out of it. And so I ended up watching the entire Star Wars saga in bed just in one day from episode 1 through episode 6. Yeah, that's right. YouTube went down with Trottingham's Folly. Yeah, that's the other Project Horizon's gun thingy. I remember reading that part about her getting it because it's like like a Gauss gun or something, and yeah, I vaguely remember that part, and then that might have been where I stopped. I think that's chapter 8, right? It's like something like that. Yeah, here comes the wave of post-YouTube down. That's exactly why I started this, was to essentially test the infrastructure and see if we still had streaming. I didn't have to like input the key back into my OBS or some shit like that. What the heck? I'm Shirley Temple had she did ads on TV for cocaine and was also in a porno mag. Oh my god. That's it's a mega spell gun. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We'll get to that part eventually. My tentative plan is I want to do like, if I can keep pushing through Project Horizons, I want to do like after every 5 chapters, I have like Project Horizons like breaking it down kind of thing, where I can digest everything we've learned for myself. B, it'll be a nice little series to keep me devoted to it, to keep me stuck to the story just because I'm sick of hearing about it and not understanding the memes or whatever. And C, I'm basically done with the writing of Confessions. Like, all the story points are already laid out, so there's basically zero chance of stealing content anymore. So now I feel like safe to read it without accidentally like stumbling into familiar territory. Oh, that's right, Baby Doll from Batman the Animated Series. I remember that episode, yeah. Were the inspirations for Cozy Glow. That's yeah, it's the puffy cheeks, having the permanent little like the cutesy button cheeks that really ups the factor for her. And then of course the curly hair too. Someone spilled beer on the control box. Yeah, wouldn't that be it? Where there's like one YouTube like workstation, like freaking Homer in Section 7G, where one bad panel shuts down the whole plan, shuts down the whole internet. The difference between Gauss and railguns is that Gauss uses coils around the barrel, while railguns are parallel up to the barrel. Yes, I did know that difference, actually. So the Gauss rifle in Fallout 4 is actually a railgun. That is true, yes. It's I did know about that difference. I learned the cocaine part from the History Channel. Yes. Yeah, History Channel, they'll be right on whoever's doing cocaine. That's it's top of the line History Channel. Yeah, so that's pretty great. Yeah, no, the US Navy, they're actually building that rail. I think it's a rail gun. Might be a coil gun. I thought it was a rail gun though. My concept behind the Mars gun was that it was essentially, it was technically a railgun because the concept I had was that it was like hexagonal bores, like 3 interlinking hexagonal bores. I know it kind of looks more roundy in like the art, but like my original concept was hexagonal bores, and then there are like magic crystal rails, 6 of them, around like a round barrel on the inside, and then there's the hexagonal like shape on the outside, and then maybe like a rounded like, you know, mover section on the very outside, so the art lines up and whatever. But yeah, no, it was written into the general concept. I forget if that made it into the actual script anywhere, but that was the idea. That's the MA. That's the magically accelerated regional support gun. Is that, you know, it's like, you know, magic, you know, super bullet projectile gotta go fast to intercept the various mega spells that would approach. Maybe Kim Jong-un finally found Viagra and made an attack. What? How would everyone reacted if the shutdown lasted for a full 24 hours on April 1st? That would be awesome, actually. I'd really like that. It'd be hilarious. Because not only would it like really fuck with people, but it also it would also fuck with every other April Fool's joke that anyone could probably make. Because it's like every year, all the various tech companies and stuff pull their own April Fool's thing, and a lot of them are in the form of YouTube videos. Like Google does their various things on that too. Everyone knows about the Apple Wave, of course. You put your iPhone in the microwave, set it to 3 minutes, and it'll charge your phone right up. 3 minutes. Apple Wave. No, that one wasn't April 1st. That was 4chan, I think. Yeah, no, the Navy's really been working on them railguns. I know the end game was to at least put the first two on the Zumwalt class, the two new like super stealth destroyers that are they got the Zumwalt itself out, and then they're making the I forget the name of the second one is like a guy's name, like Michael Morales or something. That's Spider-Man, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so the idea was to put them on one of those, I think. And those things, like, I don't know. I feel like those really should have been nuclear ships, in my opinion. It's like, it's probably safer that they're diesel, but like, if you want to be a stealth ship and you want to like hide, like put like a submarine like reactor in there. That's probably a smart thing. What the fuck is up? Couch yells. I'm not sure if that's the action of the sentence or if that's just part of the sentence. Too bad YouTube crash didn't happen during the day. People could go outside. Nah, man. It's all about YouTube. No, see, it was like a really weird time for me because I was just sat down. I put on a video to edit. It interrupted my editing. And, yeah, and then I was so... I was having so much fun with the actual shutdown that then I was shitposting about that for a couple of hours, and then we're here to test out we're here to test things out and make sure everything is working right, because because I basically got distracted, so I'm just following through on that. I finished dinner and I'm just like, we're testing the equipment. We got to make sure YouTube works because we got whole bunch of great war videos coming out in just a few days. Was it like I think it's just a week now. Yeah, 7 days. That's it's gonna be fun. Got a lot of good stuff. Coming out on Fallout Day. Wasn't there an official FIM episode that involved Princess Celestia and bananas? I want to say in one of those episodes where they go to Canterlot for some Twilight-related reasons, there's the picture of her eating the cake, and then I thought there was one similar to that with the banana. That's vaguely what I remember. I know there was a very old Brony meme video where it was like, do you like bananas or something? And then she like boots Nightmare Moon to the moon because of the horn. Because her magic's yellow and it's white on the inside, so that's the banana. That's to my knowledge, that's where the meme, the May comes from. YouTube is down, they say. Time for a crusade. I wish Fallout 76 was doing beta for everyone on the 23rd. Yeah, I know. They're only doing it for Xboner on the 23rd, and then everyone else on October 30th. It's like we're basically at release day at this point. Fuck. So I do have a beta code, but I don't get the actual, like, disc box in the mail until, like, whatever, the 15th. I got it on Amazon, so we'll see when it actually arrives. And then, but I have already signed up with the code and everything, so hopefully just on the 15th I'll be able to just turn it on and go. You know, I'm hoping I get some beta time in, but I've heard rumors from Needle or whatever that it's, like, an 8-hour beta window and then they shut it down. Like, I don't know. It's not looking good. I've already been hearing a lot of things about 76 that people are very underwhelmed. So we'll see what happens. You know, I got it anyway because I like the concept of being able to play Fallout with your friends, and I'm hoping it's good and stuff, but we'll have to see what happens. Meme Big Pony by Jack's Ponies. That's the video, I guess, that you were talking, that I was mentioning. And that does sound familiar, yes. Oh yeah, I did hear that there are fuckeries going on with the lore, where they're including certain elements in there that seems a little bit out of canon, considering the fact that this is only 25 years after the Great War. So I guess except for the intro of Fallout 4, this is canonically the earliest Fallout game. It's like, it's a prequel! Is everyone having their, Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace flashbacks yet? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the theme song, the Enon Zur theme, like the score theme, because I don't know, I wasn't really a fan of the way some of like the fishy sounds ended up in the Fallout 4 soundtrack. I don't know, there's something about the Fallout 4 soundtrack that really doesn't do anything for me. The only tracks I really like are the Institute tracks that sound kind of science-y and almost like halfway to Portal, essentially. Because I just rebuilt this giant, or rebuilt, I built for this first time a brand new giant writing playlist, because I sort of hop around in different places when I'm writing, and so this is one new sort of super centralized writing music playlist, and of course it's got all the Fallout soundtracks, and so I was kind of like jumping through those as I was going, and I was like, man, you know, most of the songs I want to press the skip button on are Fallout 4 songs. So I don't know. It's not leaving a nostalgic impression for me either. Like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, you know, when I hear score tracks from those, I have those nostalgia buttons, but it's not quite the same for Fallout 76, so that's not a good sign. Apparently, they're making Fallout 5 already because they talked about Fallout 76 being a rare split-off releases for them to test stuff. Yeah, I also hope that's true. I would like to hear that they're already 3 years into the development of another Fallout game as well that would, assumedly then, come out after Elder Scrolls 6, then. Or what is it, Skyrim 2? Skyrim 2, Daggerwood Boogaloo. Whatever the Skyrim places are. Yeah, because the very next game, I think, is going to be Starfield, right? That's next on their, like, sort of release, like, mentioning at the end of E3 this year, or B3. I am kind of looking forward to that. I'm really curious what Starfield will be like. I really hope it's good. I really want it to be good. And we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Fallout 4 songs are almost too much on the nose with some of the Uranium Fever and songs like that. I kind of agree. I'd argue that that's almost a Gen 1er thing, or Gen 2er or whatever, because in Fallout 3, you know, pulling the Inkspot song, I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, that's pretty on the nose too. I feel like I'd be a little hypocritical if I razzed on that. It definitely has more of them, I'd agree, where like the library of songs they did add were much you know, a little bit too much, where it could have been a better variety. They really could have more Sinatra songs, just in general. You could have more Sinatra. They could have some Elvis Presley. They're not that expensive, ZeniMax. We know you're made out of money, you fuckers. Actually, there's one mod. I forget what the mod's called. I think it's like Playlist Radio or something like that, where it breaks down the songs into categories and it gives you various like you can just build a certain radio that only plays a certain kind of songs, and same with radio stations. And one of them I want to say was like Marigold Radio or something like that, where it just played how do I describe this? I don't know. They were more like melodic kind of, God, I don't even know how I'd Google this. Melodic kind of songs. Radio song list Fallout 4. See, maybe if I come across one of the song names, that will, like, help trigger me. But then again, I'm not sure if they were base game songs, or if these were things that God had added in that thing. Because, of course, you know, mods. That's how mods are. I got the I got the Filthy Frank Pink Guy album mod too. Those aren't original Fallout songs. Personality. No, I don't think they were. Fuck, I'll never remember the name of that. Anyway, some of those songs were really good. I remember one of the songs, it was like a female like quartet or something, and it was something about trains, because I remember whenever I'd be walking on like railroad tracks, or I'd always build the locomotive for my power generators, because it's just this giant load, and it's also kind of a nice decoration piece. And it was the woo woo something train song. What the hell was that called? This is gonna bother me now. Fallout 4 train song. Woo woo. I don't fucking know. Linda Carter. Okay, yeah, Magnolia Radio. Here we go. Okay, let me see if I can find Fallout 4, Linda Carter Magnolia Radio songs. Here we go. Fallout 4 all Magnolia Radio songs. Okay, gonna mute that real quick because we don't want to get the stream zucked or whatever. But it's Baby It's You, Good Neighbor, I'm the One, Man Enough, and then Train, and then oh yeah, and then there's live versions, I guess, that this guy added. So it's like, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 songs. I'm gonna drop the YouTube video that I just found here in the chat. It's in the chat now, live chat. And yeah, anyway, I really like that station. I leave that on quite a bit when last time I was playing Fallout 4, because actually the last like 5 months I've been playing Fallout 3, which is great. I actually think I don't know, I think Fallout 3